Oh, hell yeah. Look at that shit. Metal Gear Solid 4. Only for the PlayStation 3, bitches. So if you own an Xbox 360, you can suck this dick. Because you ain't playing this shit, nigga. Alright, so, as you can see, look at this. This is the gameplay. This is how the entire game plays right here. Look at that. See how I'm sneaking around? This is incredible stuff. This gameplay is unrivaled. Look at that. Watch me. Watch me do this. Look what I'm about to do. Oh yeah. Hold on, watch. Hold on. I'm not done. Turning around. Look at this. Look at this. Yes. Yes. This is what this game is all about, people. I have just beaten the game. This is the goal. Alright, I'm just fucking with y'all. Alright, check it out. Metal Gear Solid 4 from PlayStation 3. This game has 8 trillion hours worth of cutscenes and 2 minutes of gameplay. That's okay. This game is still sick. Alright, when you fire it up, you get to choose your difficulty level first. I played through on normal, which Hideo Kojima decided to mark as suitable for North Americans and Europeans. Yes, this asshole has made a specific difficulty for us Americans and Europeans. Isn't that incredibly fucking retarded? Thanks, Hideo Kojima, because I couldn't possibly play on the Japan level. Wow, asshole. Anyway, so I played on the American level. Fucking dick. So, once you fire this bitch up, you'll be instantly hit with an install screen. Metal Gear Solid 4 does their installs a little differently from any game that I know of right now out on the PlayStation 3. It only installs what it needs per act. So you don't have to sit through like a 10-minute install initially. Instead, you'll sit through, like, here for example, a 2-minute install. And this is the first install that you'll see. So all you little whiny bitch motherfuckers out there who are crying about fucking consoles having installs just need to shut the fuck up and suck it up. Alright, it's only 2 minutes. Suck dick. I also want to mention that I'm not going to be spoiling shit for the storyline in this game because Metal Gear Solid is so inherently storyline centric, and that's actually one of the main reasons most of us will even play the game, is simply just for the storyline, not so much the gameplay. So I don't want to ruin shit because that's one of the main focuses. In fact, it's probably the #1 main part that's fun in this game. Not so much the gameplay, but the actual storyline that you'll go through. And here we are at the training camp where the Snake gets to learn all of his moves. Yeah, look at that guy go! Look at fucking crazy! Hell yeah, look at that shit. Anyway, yes, this is in the game. I did not just add some random shit to this review. I have no idea why this is in the game. Actually, I do, but I'm not going to tell you why. Although it is kind of awkward that it's in the game. No, this is not gameplay. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, let's get on to gameplay. Okay, so, of course, when you start Metal Gear up, the first thing you're slapped with, besides that weird-ass thing I just showed you, is cutscene. So we'll go through this shit and blah, blah, blah. You have lots of cutscenes in the game. I already gave you a warning before, but like I said, they're long. So if you're looking for short spurts of gameplay, I wouldn't recommend Metal Gear because you're going to find yourself beating a section of a game where you actually play a Snake. It only takes you maybe 5-6 minutes to get through, and then suddenly you're slapped with maybe a 20-minute cutscene, which I don't advise skipping. I mean, I know that the option is in there, and I can't see why people would want to skip the cutscenes in this game because you're going to really want to get into the storyline, because the reality is most of your gameplay time is going to come from just watching cutscenes. Alright, so after we skip a cutscene, here's some gameplay. Running around like a crazy mofo. This is Snake. He's old. Retirement Snake. Look at that. And yes, here we are. We go through here. We're slapped with another cutscene. As you can see, you get like 2 seconds of gameplay and a cutscene. I'm going to be skipping all these cutscenes throughout this review because I don't want to spoil shit. They're all really well done, though, by the way. All very cinematic, and everything is voiced over, you know, so no text or blah, blah, blah. It's typical shit for next-gen crap. Alright, so you play as old Snake. Snake, I hesitate to tell you guys why he's old, so I'm not going to actually, but he's old. Let's just put it like that. His moves haven't changed. In fact, he's pretty much identical to what you've played before. If you've ever played a freaking Metal Gear game, then you've basically played this game almost. There's not a whole lot of different things, except the new thing that Snake now has is his nano suit. It works sort of like Metal Gear Solid 3 did, where you have a percentage up in your upper right-hand corner telling you how well you are blended into your environment, and that helps you hide from the different enemies and shit like that you'll come across. Here you can see me, I'm crawling around like a bitch. As I crawl around the ground, you saw my suit go beep boop, and then I morphed into the ground and shit like that. It's cool that this is in there, but it kind of kills some of the believability as soldiers will like walk right by you, and it's pretty damn obvious that you are sitting right there, so realistically, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But neither does the fucking storyline, so who gives a shit? Anyway, so I'm sneaking around here. The stealth aspect in the game hasn't changed at all. I mean, there is no fucking difference from this Metal Gear to basically any other Metal Gear you've played, except for maybe Metal Gear 1, where you actually had the radar showing you where the people were looking and shit, which actually I almost prefer over this crap. And speaking on the stealth aspect of the gameplay, the thing that I don't like about Metal Gear is the fact that it has not evolved for shit. The stealth gameplay is inferior by today's standard, and in my opinion, there's just nothing new to it. It is so old school and so rough, so it's just not very gameplay friendly, which is why I'm not surprised that you can actually just play through the entire game as if it was a third-person shooter. Which is sad, because Metal Gear was supposed to be all about sneaking and shit, but the reality is you don't have to sneak. I mean, you can just blast through these levels and you're not rewarded certain badges, but who gives a fuck? You still get the same result if you're just looking to play through the game. And in my opinion, that kind of makes this game basically just like every other game out there, except that you have 8 trillion hour-long cutscenes. So I recommend playing it through the stealth-wise, because there's barely any stealth games out there. But if you're just looking to kill shit, you can pick up Metal Gear Solid and have fun too, which is kind of sad, I guess. I mean, I know it's cool to have that option, but I gotta be honest, I wanted to play a stealth game, and the simple fact that I don't need to stealth at all, and that this game doesn't really give a shit if you stealth at all, it's kind of a disappointment. Alright, I'll shut up and stop bitching about that shit. Anyway, let's get on to the game and shit like that. Okay, so the game takes place in the future. I'm not going to say the year, because I don't want to spoil shit. I'm going to try hard not to do that. One of the cool things that this game does offer is, if you do choose the stealth path, which I recommend, just because I'm tired of shooting shit constantly, you actually get to stealth around like a total war zone, and it's kind of weird, because most of us who are out there used to playing shooters, your instincts kick in to just pick up a gun and like join in the battle. Like, you just want to start fucking shit up. You don't think, oh, let me drop to the ground and start crawling around and avoid everything. And in this game you can, and that's kind of cool. It does give you that kind of cool aspect. It's not something that you see or have maybe ever seen in a game, to where you have a badass war going on and you can just kind of stealth through the whole entire thing you want. Now, as you go through the game, each act ends with a boss fight of some sort. And when you get to these boss fights, for the most part, you're going to have to use weapons on them. And so that also kind of kills the stealth aspect of everything, but that's alright. If you do decide to stealth through most of the game, you're not obviously going to be coming across tons of weaponry, but you will come across enough of it to get you through the game. One of the cool aspects of the game now, in my opinion, is the way the weapon system works. No longer are you running around searching for ammo in the little boxes, although it still exists. You can still do that just like the other Metal Gears. The new weapon system, called the Drebin system, is a new way to procure weapons. As you run around the battlefield, you'll find dead bodies from other people that have been killed during the war, and you can pick up their weapon. And then once you pick up their weapon, you get them laundered by this dude named Drebin. As you go through the game, you're going to gain Drebin points, which can then be used to launder weapons and buy ammo. The cool thing about this is you can do this at any point in time in the game. So whenever you're low on ammo, you can just press start, fire up your menu, go into the Drebin system, and then you can just buy ammo as much as you need for that gun. Now, is this cheesy? Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but at the same time, who fucking cares, man? The reality is the gameplay doesn't last long enough for you to give a shit anyway, so you might as well just have that shit accessible to you right there and then, and just be able to get through it. It almost seems like that's the way they wanted you to play this game anyways. They just wanted you to get to the cutscenes. As gameplay, like I said, is not anything new or special in any sort of way, shape, or form. But overall, the gameplay is solid. I can't complain, except for the fact that the stealth system still is kind of old school and lame. Oh well. The storyline is still awesome. You get a lot of answers, so everybody who's been a Metal Gear Solid fan since back in the day, you get a lot of questions answered. There's some returning cast and crew from back in the day, so that's sick. Overall, yeah, the game is the shit. There's an online component that's pretty basic, but I'll explore that later maybe. Alright everybody, peace out, get the game, it's sick, storyline doesn't suck. Yep.
What's wrong? Answer me, please!